morning, everyone. My Charice, and you guys are watching Vail Valley Live. Right now, we're set at the Transpo Center with this gorgeous view right behind us. Today, we have a couple interesting topics to talk about, just some of the events that are going, and Trisha's going to go over that. But for now, I thought I would kick off by saying you guys are watching Vail Valley Live, which starts at 7.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm standing here in our studios here at Grand Hyatt Vail in West Vail, east at Vail Village, with the cloud cover above, a chilly temperature, and we're going to be with you for about the next hour for Vail Valley Live, 7 days a week, starting at 7:30. We'll go to 30 or so, and you can always watch us and chat with us, Facebook and YouTube. Just type in Vail Valley Live to either of those two platforms. And if you're watching us during the live show, ask us a question. Tell us where you're watching from. Are you in a warm weather climate? Are you coming out the next couple of weeks and want to know what's going on? We can definitely help you with that chat. If you watch us later in the day, you can definitely do so anytime. We're on there. We're on Facebook and YouTube. So just tune right in whenever it fits your schedule on your handheld device, on your smart TV. And if you are at other TV, we are on Comcast, Channel 17, outside television. So a couple different ways to watch us out here. But we've got a big week coming up. We just wrapped up the holidays. We opened up Beaver Creek last week. We had chocolate chip cookie competition. We also had the Beaver Creek tree lighting. So different festive ways to get the season rolling. Now we're rolling into World Cup, and that is going to be super fun. So throughout the show today, we'll let you know more about the schedule for that. They do have a downhill training scheduled for today. It was canceled yesterday. It was due to all that snow. Hopefully you got out there. We had 9 inches on Vail and Beaver Creek. We did receive a little bit of snow throughout the 1-inch snow at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours and 2 inches over at Vail. So that was super fun for all the people that go out there. And you know what? They dropped the ropes on quite a bit of terrain. They dropped the ropes on North Rim, South Rim, Gandy Dancer, Upper Riva, and Upper Prima to Transmontane. And the Columbine above Cubs Way, over by the Chair 2 area of Avanti, Lower Berries, Lower Ledges. So we're slowly beginning to patch this puzzle all together to get more terrain open for you. But every storm helps. So we're excited about that. But let's take it back out to Charice and talk a little bit about the World Cup coming to Beaver Creek. A lot of people are in World Cup soccer, but in Eagle County, World Cup means downhill racing, the Super G. The fastest men's teams from around the world have all descended on Beaver Creek, and they are going to be testing their mettle this weekend with not only 1 but 2 downhills as well as a Super G. So are we going to bring Charice in? All right, let's see what. Hey, Charice. So World Cup.
Hey.
A lot of people are talking soccer, but we're talking skiing. That's World Cup. That's what that means to us.
Exactly. Yeah, so obviously here in Colorado, we're all about skiing, snowboarding, but specifically for Beaver Creek, it is the 2 downhills, like you mentioned, and the Super G for the men's division. Super exciting, just getting everyone together, coming to watch all these races, and just all the athleticism that goes into it. So a couple of things going on. A part of it, they're going to have some other outside events. Is they're going to have a signing, so the athletes are going to come and you'll be able to get signings from them. And I believe one of the athletes is going to be Sean White, actually. So that'll be cool, as well as some other athletes. So that's another really good reason to get out there and come watch all these athletes on the slope, personally, because it's a lot of athleticism that goes into it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Shaun White has kind of been a late addition to this. And he is not a skier. He's, of course, known for his skateboarding and his snowboarding, probably one of the most successful snowboarding acts out of the U.S. But, in his retirement, he's got a little extra time. So he's coming out, and it's going to be really fun to see what he's going to bring to the weekend. And I don't think he's here for a very long time. It's a quick, kind of a meet and greet. So Friday at 2:30, you can find that. That's going to be at the Celsius Igloo in Beaver Creek. You can see him drinking his Celsius drink now. And he's got a really cool clothing line that's coming out this year. Really neat stuff. He's got his hands in a lot of different things. But I'm glad that he's making a stop here. Usually, if he comes to the Valley, he is here for the Burton U.S. Open. So it's nice to have him over there. And then a few more athletes that are going to be in town. Ted Ligety, of course, a section of the race course has been named after Ted. And Julie Mancuso, she was with the women's team for many, many years. A contemporary of Lindsey Vonn as well. So she's going to be here, and that will be on Friday at 3:45. So we're kind of stacking up the celebrity alumni from the U.S. Ski and Snowboard team. And then the Stiefel Alpine team signing. That'll be going on at 3 o'clock as well. And that's when you can get your poster signed from everybody. And that'll be just a great way. Now, Charice, have you ever seen these races? Have you been up close and been to the race venue before?
So I did go one year. I didn't go for very long, but I have seen some of the races. I think last year one of the races was canceled because of the weather, like the conditions weren't really great. So I was there for that day, but it ended up getting canceled, so I didn't get to see too much that I would have liked to. So I'm really excited for this year, getting
Yeah.
to watch that.
Definitely. And just so people know, these are the speed events. So we have speed and technical. Like Michaela Schifrin, she's more of a technical racer. She can do downhills, but she's more focused on the slalom, the giant slalom. And those are slower speeds, more gates, precision going through the gates. The downhill has the least amount of gates, the least amount of turning. You're trying to get from point A to point B in the quickest amount of time possible. And then the Super G, a few more gates, a little bit slower speed, but it's rock and roll. It's going to be fun. This is such a European sport, so to even have all these teams and the fans from Europe all over here. This is North American Downhill. They were just in Lake Louise last weekend. The women were just in Killington, Vermont. But other than that, they're going to be going Europe for the rest of the season. So this is your chance to see it for free, grandstands. And then they've got the big screen. One of my things to do is to watch them when they're on the upper parts of the course. And then pretty soon they get closer and closer, and then I'm watching the screen, and then I'm watching that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is happening right in our hometown. So it's a lot of fun. And Charice, if you can't make it all the way up there, you need a bus to get up to the Talons race arena right at the base. Well, they're going to have their live watch parties going on in Beaver Village. So that should be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, that's exciting. I think it starts kind of right when everything opened, 10 o'clock on Friday is the watch party, and then 10:15 on Saturday and Sunday. So I will definitely be down there getting some coverage.
Yeah, you know what? So it should be a lot of fun. They've got to 10:15 on Friday, and then actually a little bit earlier for Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. for both Saturday and
10 a.m.
Sunday. And what's interesting is that these races are in the morning in our time zone, but this is prime time over in Austria, over in Norway, over in all those other countries. So this is their football, this is their hockey, this is their national sport. So it's neat that they have this, and then it'll be live over in Europe, and then we will be able to see this on certain channels. NBC will cover this and everything. So sometimes I'll have friends that'll call and say, "Oh, I saw you in the crowd. We're in Chicago watching the races." And so this is televised around the world as well. So it should be a lot of fun. In addition to what the races may earn prize-wise, hey, they're going to have daily giveaways, lots of live music. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I think it's great for families, anyone of all ages, just all the events, activities. So I'm so excited, and the fact that this is televised all over is even more exciting. And just having this kind of in our backyard is great.
Yeah, it's priceless advertising to have all these other ski-focused nations be like, "Wow, look at Beaver Creek. I want to go there someday." So, well, how does it feel up there? I can see your breath, and you've been standing up for a
Yeah,
while. How's the temperature?
yeah. It's a little chilly, probably around 8 degrees, 10 degrees, pretty chilly this morning. Obviously, things are going to get a little bit warmer. But for right now, it's not too bad. I have a couple layers on, I have a sweater, and then I'm wearing my ski jacket right now. So I
Yeah.
feel pretty toasty.
Oh,
Pretty toasty. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Outside of it, really.
Okay, perfect. You know what? Let's give you everyone the
Yeah.
forecast. We're going to give you this forecast brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne, Elevated Savings. And for today, sunshine. It'll take a little while for that sun to come up, and that'll really warm Charice up since she'll be outside. But we're going to have sunny skies today and a temperature almost near 40 degrees. Now, right now, we're hovering around the single digits. 10 at Beaver Creek, so we're just popping into the double digits over there, and it'll slowly warm up. By about 10, should be halfway to our high or so. We'll see the 20s by 10 a.m., and then later on by this afternoon, we'll get into the upper 30s. And then clear tonight, so that means our temperatures will drop, but not quite as low. They'll be only dropping down into the teens, which won't be that bad. And then more sunshine for your Thursday. And we'll have a high back into the 40s again. But by Thursday night, we have a chance of showers coming in after 11 p.m. And then for Friday, snow showers, patchy blowing snow kind of before 11 a.m. and breezy with the wind out of the southwest 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45. I hope this doesn't affect the men's downhill on that day because if the conditions do not allow, if it's a little sketchy out there, they won't be able to host the race. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed that maybe the forecast will change and things will be perfect for the Birds of Prey downhill. Looking at any new snow, we did get 2 inches new at Vail, 1 inch new over at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours. That's in addition to 9 inches at both resorts in the last 48 hours. Now, for this storm on Friday, there could be some accumulation up to about 5 inches. So that's great for more terrain that could be opening, but not great, like I said, for the races. And on Saturday, it looks like we'll have a mostly sunny day, and Sunday, just a chance of snow showers. So I think Saturday will probably be the nicest day of the weekend. Look at this. Vail has upped their percentage. They are now up to 30% of the terrain open. I know that doesn't sound like much, but you know what? They have so much terrain. They have 275 trails. They have 34 lifts. So to have this much, most of the front side lifts are open now. And as I mentioned, Vail Mountain opened up North and South Rim, Gainey Dancer, that's on the Northwoods Bowl, and then Upper Riva, Upper Prima to Transmontane, and then a little bit over by Chair 2, Columbine, Lower Berries, and Lower Ledges. And keep it tuned here because we will let you know the terrain updates as soon as we get them. Bachelor Gulch also opened yesterday, so if you're over at Beaver Creek, you now have Beaver Creek Village and Bachelor Gulch. And then don't forget McCoy Park, brand new last year. It debuted last January. That'll be opening up soon, and that's a great place to go for beginners. They have 17 runs that are intermediate and beginner access trails. So it's just a nice way to go, and it's a beautiful slice of Beaver Creek. So that's not open yet. We can't wait for McCoy Park to open. But let's bring it back outside and introduce another member, a new member of our team. We have Heather standing by, and she is also out in Vail Village. So let's find out what it's feeling like for her. Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Trisha?
I'm great. I'm great. So, a little chilly. We got digits, but we have sunshine coming up later on. It looks gray, but it's not, right? It's just the sun has come up enough. What does it look like out
Oh,
there?
I think so. It's actually fairly blue. It's just a little hard to see maybe with the angle, but I think it's starting to break up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, so what are you excited about for this weekend?
Yeah, so maybe just a quick intro about myself. So I Like Trisha said, I'm Heather Blackman. I actually do a couple of things around the Valley. So I'm my own sales and marketing consulting firm, but my actual real passion is sharing yoga and wellness. As a teacher, both around the Valley, I actually teach from Vail all the way down to Eagle. And then also I online. So you can find me on Instagram at Fitaspire. You can check out my website, fitaspire.com. It's a really great way to get to share stuff. So I live in Edwards with my husband, Kirk, and our dog. The dog is the one that when we go to restaurants, everybody actually recognizes because she's really cute and spotty. I'm just there, to make sure that she gets to come to all those places as well.
Yeah,
So.
you're just the handler. It's
Exactly.
like, the dog is the star. What's the dog's name?
Her name is Amelia, so it's kind of like Amelia, but no A. So.
Oh, okay. What kind? What kind is your dog?
She is a big mutt. So I always like to say she's the most beautiful mutt you've ever seen. She's got Dalmatian and Heeler in her, so all those beautiful spots really make her look quite cute.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll pop an appearance on her. We've got on our Instagram for Vail Live, we have the pet of the week. So maybe we have to
That's
feature
right.
Amelia. All right, perfect.
Yes.
All right. Any yoga moves you could recommend this morning to get us ready for the slopes?
Yeah, I always love to recommend dynamic movement. So my background, I also have done personal training and endurance coaching. So always making sure you're doing more active movement. So not that static stretching and kind of reaching for your toes, but really like those leg swings and arm rotations, things that have more movement and not really sitting very still and holding a stretch.
Okay, good tips. And you know what? I mean, like, this is something, if you want to maximize your day, yes, warm up a little bit. And hopefully
Yeah.
people have been training for months. And we don't mean like World Cup alpine ski racing training, but, getting into the gym, making sure you're working those quads, hamstrings, those bigger muscles to support the movements out there, and balance. Balance is so
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, and come join me in a class because that's one of the big things this time of year, right? Making sure then we're stretching through and kind of making sure our quads and our hamstrings and calves feel really good and the whole rest of your body because it's not just, our legs going down the mountain we're all going. So, yeah,
Okay.
I think yoga got it more as a after, right? Après activity that you can come join for.
Yeah, après ski yoga. You can definitely work that in. And then you can have your cocktail, beer, pizza,
Exactly.
whatever you want to have. Get that yoga class in first. And are you skier, snowboarder, telemarker, all three?
Yeah, I'm a snowboarder, so I'll do resort skiing inbounds. I was at Vail yesterday. Conditions were excellent morning. And I'm also an uphill. I go split boarding as well. So a little bit of both.
Oh, yeah. The uphill is a great way to burn some calories, get some fresh air. Hey, we want to remind people, though, the uphill policy, you cannot go during the mountain operating hours. And that's across the board. Absolutely no pets at any time. No, emotional support ferrets or anything like that. No cats, no dogs, nothing. And if you do, you're going to ruin it for the rest of us. So you got to make sure we follow those rules. And then, make sure you get out early. We like to go early when I've got days off, or you can go after the mountain classes. And but just keep in mind the winch cat operations, all the different things that Mount Ops is trying to do to get terrain open for their daily operations. You got to be mindful of that. So just stay out of the snowcats' way. They're bigger than us. Perfect. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to let you warm up a little bit because I can see your breath. I know it's a little chilly out there. So stay with us. We're going to check in with Charice and Heather a little bit more throughout the show. So we've got more Vail Valley Live coming up. We're going to tell you Eagle County Gives and Colorado Gives Day. That's coming up. We got shows coming to the Villar Performing Arts Center that you won't miss. We're in full winter mode with our weather as well as our activities. So stay with us so you can find out what's going on. And if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Once again, you can watch us on our Facebook page, Vail Valley Live, or our YouTube page. Just search Vail Valley Live. We'll come right up. You can search on the day, and then you can let us know where you're watching from or any questions you have. Consider us your concierge to the Vail Valley. We'll be right back.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lifteds today.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings booklet offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program. See you soon.
We are back. Time now to take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Wednesday. We're already on to the 30th of November, the last day of the month. And on the cover, powder for the people. Here's a shot from yesterday. A skier makes tracks on a powder day Tuesday in Beaver Creek. Both resorts reported 9 inches of fresh snow yesterday. So Chris Dillman from the Vail Daily was out there capturing the action. Check it out. It's on the cover of today's paper. Also in today's paper, on the cover, back to the hard deck. Storm drops about a foot of snow on Beaver Creek's race course ahead of World Cup races, sending their course crew into overdrive to iron out the track. And that is the thing. As much as we all love the powder, the Talons crew does not want this powder. They are actually literally shoveling it off. And they want to make that nice and icy and smooth and very consistent for all the racers. The Talons crew is about 120 volunteers. They work on that course. They've been working on it for weeks. And the racers love it. They always say what a great job the Talents crew does. But they've got a big job ahead of them, and that is to get the race track all buffed out. So read more about what they do on page A3 and A16. Also in today's paper, new heights for Flyin' Brian. Brian Rice, a 17-year-old snowboarder who goes by Flyin' Brian, shows off his talents in Warren Miller's feature film Daymaker. And Daymaker is coming to the Vail Performing Arts Center this Saturday. So learn a little bit more about this local athlete in today's paper on page A2. And then also, hey, give where you live, work, and play. Eagle County Gives just had their big run last night at 4 Eagle Ranch. And we want to remind you to make a donation now through December 6th to your favorite Eagle County nonprofits at eaglecountycoloradogives.org. QR code is right there. And you know what? Your money is going to be boosted. So if you give within this time period, your dollars are going to go farther and help out these and many other nonprofits. So check that out. That is in today's paper too. That will give you the information and that QR code. And then in the sports and outdoors, it's all about racing. We have River Radamus, a Eagle County local. He is on the U.S. ski team. He is finding fast current. So if you want to catch up with what River's been doing, what he's thinking going into the season, and into the race course on his home soil in his hometown, you can find out more on page 822 and 823. So all these stories and more found in today's paper. Pick up your copy. And also, speaking of giving, this is a great magazine that you can find right next to the newspaper stands. It's called Give. Get involved, everyone, and it lists a ton of different nonprofits. So if you want to learn more about the different nonprofits in Eagle County Gives and Colorado Gives Day, this will give you the details. Or if you have some spare time or want to donate time, treasure, talent, and you want to know where to donate it to, this is a great source, especially if you're new to town and are not familiar with our many, and I'm talking many, nonprofits, and from small kids to small animals, large animals, all sorts of ways to give back. Salvation Army, we've got it for you. So you can learn more at today's paper or in our Give magazine. So if you want to learn more about what's in today's sites, go to vaildaily.com or pick up your free copy of the newspaper dispensers all throughout the valley from East Vail down to Dots Arrow. Roads, what are they looking like? Well, believe it or not, the interstates are pretty clear, but the side streets is what you want to watch out for. Even just right on the frontage road here in Vail, north and south frontage roads, your neighborhood streets, the areas by stop signs, those still have some snowpack on them. Now things should be melting out today because we are going to reach into the upper 30s In the higher elevations, not quite as warm, but that sunshine's really going to help. But you know what? That tends to freeze overnight. So whatever it melts during the day, it might melt across the road. It'll freeze overnight. So do watch out for black ice. Be careful walking on the sidewalks right now. We are in full winter mode, so make sure you've got the winter boots to get you all situated for what's going on today. But that's a quick look at the roads. You can always download the app, the cotrip.org app on your phone if you are caught in some traffic, or you friends that are like, hey, I'm stuck on the east side of the tunnel, what's going on? They can give you those details right at your fingertips. So it's a good resource to have. All right, let's talk to Charice. She's standing by, and we have a few things going on with Vail. Last week we had the tree lighting at Beaver Creek. We also had the tree lighting in Lions Head Village, and this is all part of Reveille Vail. It's an early season celebration of winter, the brilliance of winter, and let's bring Charice back on to talk about this. So Charice, yes, what do you know about Reveille? I know they've already had a few events early season.
Yeah, so far, like you were saying, the tree lighting, that was really awesome. But right here, if you guys can see the board behind me with Reveille Vail, some of the upcoming events for this week. The next one, I believe, is going to be on December 2nd, so that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. And so I think just a lot of music with the headphones on, and it'll be a really awesome time. I've actually seen it times here right in the village. I'm standing right in front of the covered bridge, so sometimes I'll do it here. But if you just go to revellevail.com, they'll have the whole list of events for you guys to see, so you can kind of pick and choose what you guys want to do throughout the weekend.
Yeah, it looks like they've got some art workshops. That'll be on Thursday. And they do this with the Alpine Arts Center. Super fun. And then on Saturday night, we're bringing back the silent disco. So what do you know about the silent disco?
So for this weekend specifically, I don't know the music exactly. I'm sure that's going to be a surprise, but I just know that you come, you check in, you get to pick up your headphones, you put them on, and I think you can tune into whatever station you want. So everyone's just kind of grooving out to different music here in the village.
Yeah, you know what? The headphones have the different lights on them. And then pretty soon you're like, oh, that person's dancing at the same beat. Oh, they have the same light as mine. And then you kind of like, okay, those are my people. I'm going to dance with them. But yeah, really fun things that are going on. This will be 4-7. So, and it is free. So this is really a neat experience if you haven't tried it yet. Yeah, and then, you know, they also have the different concerts. I know they're doing out concerts all the time. So that's going to be really fun. Check out the different performers. You know, this became very popular during COVID to just have out on the streets. You know, whether you're right where you're standing over in Lions Head, you know, we'd bring in all of our wonderful musicians. We have many in this town. So it's neat that we're bringing that back. And it'd be a great little schedule that we've got going on.
Yeah, it should be awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll have that 7:45 to 9:30. I think that's the next one that they're doing for their concerts. Last Monday they had a big event. It was a free concert community featuring Maddie O'Neill. Did you get to go to that?
I get to go, but I know they have the raffle. It's like a community event, kind of gives back to the locals working in the valley too. Unfortunately, I did miss it, but I wanted to be there. And I know they had raffles and free food, so that was really, really awesome that they hosted that for us here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It was, you know, the raffle was for the town of Vail employees and kind of the locals, but anyone was welcome to come. And it's just neat that they really had this community kickoff party on a Monday night, because I think they realized so many people work, you know, throughout the weekend, that they had it on a Monday night. So, okay, good. Well, we've got that. I know that coming up in, I think next weekend, that's when we'll do the 5K Ugly Sweater Santa Run. That should be a riot. The Kris Kringle Market is coming back. So these are just fun events. Look at that. Look at that group. They look awesome. It's not
So
about
exciting.
winning that race.
If they do come to you, just hey,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's take it to a break. We've got more Vail Valley Live coming up. Thanks, Charice.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Out your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Hi, my name is Carrie Maywack and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact your Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Want to give you some details on the weather. It is a bit chilly out there, but we have clear skies kind of dropping those temperatures into the single digits and low teens for this morning, but we'll reach into the upper 30s by later on today. Plenty of sunshine out there for you as well. Right now we're seeing 10 degrees at Beaver Creek, 8 degrees at Vail, and then by, well, later this morning we'll be into the upper 20s. And that sunshine, wow, that's going to make all the difference. And not quite as windy as what it was yesterday either. Yesterday we had some wind gusts that were swirling around that snow yesterday. We call that free refills, when the drifts start filling in those ski and snowboard tracks from yesterday. I think even by yesterday afternoon, you maybe still found a little of that fresh powder. 9 inches new yesterday, but we did get 2 more at Vail and then 1 more at Beaver Creek. Now, we are going to see sunshine today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a high of 44, and then for your Thursday into Friday, snow is in the forecast. This is not good news for the North America's downhill, birds of prey on the Talents course, but it's okay. We'll take it. Those crews have worked through plenty of different weather situations. to help make that course get ready for the skiers and riders. On Friday, we'll have a high right around the upper 20s, low 30s. Overnight lows will be in the teens tonight and tomorrow, and then drop down to about 10 or even the single digits for the rest of the weekend. But the daytime highs, luckily, like I said, we're going to be into the 40s. All right, we could get about maybe 4 to 5 inches of new snow if this storm holds up. That's coming Thursday night into Friday. So keep it tuned here. We'll give you the weather details. Weather can change in just a matter of minutes, a matter of a day. So we'll see if that's still going to hold true by the time we get to Friday. Want to also remind you that we did see some new terrain drop at Vail. So we have North Rim, South Rim, Gandy Dancers now open. This is all in the North Rim, the Northwoods Bowl, Upper Riva and Upper Prima to Transmontane, and then Transmontane from Midvale to Northwoods is open as well. So here's a pro tip for you. If we have a powder day and you come off of the gondola, Gandhi 1, and you see Chair 4 stacking up, just take Transmontane to Northwoods and just get to Northwoods. Avoid that line 4, and then you can ski around that area. So just some fun. You can pop into the back bowls once they're open. They're not open yet, but once they do get open, it's, you got to just be strategic in avoiding lines here and there. In addition to what was open over by Northwoods, we do have Columbine over by Chair 2, and then berries and lower ledges are open as well. So that just dropped yesterday, and then the rope dropped on Bachelor Gulch as well. Here's some footage from yesterday afternoon. See how those tracks filled in? That's what I talked about with refills. We call them free refills, when the wind kind of blows it back in. And so Rachel, one of our producers, she didn't work in the morning. She was working hard, but in the afternoon, she did get out. Saw that cloud cover start to move on out. This is Gondola 19, the Eagle Bond Gondola, taking you up to Eagle's Nest. We do have the market at Eagle's Nest open. Buffalo's open for you as well at the top of Chair 4. And then Midvale is open for you also for your dining pleasure, because you might get hungry when you're out there. But look at all that snow, that blanket of snow yesterday. You could see it blowing off the trees as well. Not too crowded yesterday either. Really just all the locals to just after that busy holiday weekend. But let's take it out to Heather and see where she has wandered off to. She's been roaming through Vail Village, and she's got an interview for us. So let's bring her in and see what they have. Oh, okay. I guess she's frozen. Not literally, but just the technology is frozen. So we'll wait a little bit on that. A few more things to let you know about. Beaver Creek, like I mentioned, they did drop the ropes on Bachelor Gulch. So now you can ski from Beaver Creek to Bachelor Gulch Village. Arrowhead is not quite open yet. That's a little bit lower in elevation. So once we get that open, we'll have our village-to-village ski experience ready for you to go. But looks like Heather is ready. So let's bring her up on screen. All right, yeah. Heather.
All right.
Take it away.
Okay, so I am here with Amanda Marciani. She is the founder of the Gore Range Gravity Alliance. And we have the Backcountry Ball coming up tomorrow night. And so I thought it'd be a fun time just to chat with her and make sure everybody knows about this. So Amanda, tell me a little bit about the Gore Range Gravity Alliance. What are your goals?
Yeah, so the Gore Range Gravity Alliance basically is a group of really awesome women from the Vail Valley. They got together to do some backcountry skiing, some mountain biking, and we're really focused on bringing educational and social opportunities to these women. So we all know how important avalanche education is. You need to know how to navigate when you're out there in the backcountry, what to do if you get a flat tire while you're mountain biking. So we want to obviously provide education, but it kind of doesn't matter how much education you have. If you don't have somebody that you want to go do these things with, it's really tough to get out there by yourself safely in a lot of these situations. So those are our main priorities with the GRGA.
Awesome. And I know when I've been to the events, it's really fun. It's a really welcoming group.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the ball tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming. I think there's a couple things that motivated this. One, as a nonprofit, of course, we do need to raise funds to keep these events going. We've got website fees, admin fees, sponsoring and marketing. And then just one of the things we're really trying to do is be able to do things on the mountain more, which requires a lot more permitting and insurance. So fundraising is obviously the main goal, but really, I think in this valley we have so many awesome things going on, but one of the things we don't have, especially for kind of that 20s to 40s age range is an opportunity to dress up. You know, most of the time it's great being able to throw on your leggings and your flannel and you're good to go, and that's great most of the time. But you know, sometimes it's nice. You want to feel snazzy, so we wanted to give everybody an opportunity to, you know, throw on those dancing shoes and come out and have a good time.
I'm excited about this because there used to be more events, at least that when I first moved here, you could go to, and I haven't seen any recently. So I'm ready to dress up and party tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great time.
And who should come? Because this one's not just for women, right?
Yeah, no, this one is open to everyone. We want all the guys there, we want all the girls there. And you know, we say we dress up, but we don't want that to like intimidate anyone or keep anyone from coming. Like if you want to throw on your 80s prom dress, or like, you know, what's the Aspen movie with the blue and the orange?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, this is really bad. But you know, whatever it is that you want to wear to come out and have a good time, just like feel festive with it.
Awesome.
So yeah, you do have to be 21 and up, but other than that, you know, we want to welcome everyone. We've got awesome music from the Redner Eaton Duo. We've got DJ P-Rock. Taylor Frankel she used to be the head chef at Sweet Basil. She's coming in. She's going to do some light fare for us. We've got a photo booth sponsored by Alpenglow Law and Vail Photo Booth. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And how do people get tickets?
So they can go to givebutter.com/bcball. They can also find it on our website, which is Gore Range Gravity Alliance. I'm going to have to do some clicking around. But we've put it out there in a lot of ways, from Instagram to Facebook, all that good stuff.
Awesome. So, I think this is going to be really fun tomorrow night. So I hope to see a lot of people out there. It's going to be great.
Can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks, Heather.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. And yes, thank you, Amanda. It's been so fun. We're going to have this article in the Vail Daily tomorrow as well. So it'll be a one last minute push for people to find it. And I'm glad you're like, hey, ditch the flannel. You know, wear the sparkle. Wear something fun.
Guys. One night.
Hey, Amanda, do you have, I know you got some prizes from Weston. Like, can you let us know some of the other prizes?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have so many awesome prizes. We've got some skis that Weston Backcountry has donated. We've got a helmet and goggles from Atomic that Cripple Creek Backcountry has thrown in. I apologize if I forget any of our sponsors, but GoPro's thrown in a GoPro. We've got a massage by one of our members, like a 90-minute massage. Who doesn't want that? Gosh, I know I'm forgetting somebody, but we've got so many prizes, probably several $1,000s worth, you know, when you count the skis. So everybody is going to get a free entry into that, and then we'll do some donations if you want to get some extra entries. But we're really thankful to all the people who've helped us put this together.
Perfect. All right. Hey, is early bird ticket pricing still available? I know you have a $35 price and then a $40. Have we passed that window?
We have sold out the early bird tickets. Yep. So now our prices are $40. And again, you're not only getting the super fun night, the food and the option for the giveaways, but you're also supporting a really good cause on getting some really rad women out there, you know, supporting our community. So.
I know, and such a young nonprofit. You've only been around for a year, practically. So.
Yeah. Not even actually. I think we had like our first. It was kind of funny. We had our first get together. Threw up an event on the Eagle County Classifieds page, saying like, "Hey, which girls out here like backcountry skiing?" We met at Root and Flower, you know, and there was a handful of us, and I think that was like 2 or 3 days before Christmas. So, yeah, it's really cool to see what's come and the support we've gotten from the community just in this last year. So. Really excited to see where we grow, you know, what kind of partnerships we can work on in the future. And we're super excited.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Heather and Amanda. And best of luck to you with this event. It is the Backcountry Ball, a great excuse to get dressed up, celebrate the holidays, have some fun at Shakedown Bar. So, That's all right. We'll see you guys out there. Thanks so much. Hey, right now we're going to shift gears, and if you want to make Vail a more permanent part of your life, we've got some great real estate we want to talk about, and this is an awesome place right at the Gravity House. This is the old Vail Mountain Lodge and Spa, if you remember that location, where Terra Bistro used to be. Now it's Slope Room, so some change has been happening in that location, but we still have the great views from this wonderful penthouse. Here's more. We're here with Jeffrey Morgan, and he is with Liz Sotheby's International Realty, giving us a tour of this awesome penthouse in Gravity House. And what I love about it, Jeffrey, is your views. You've got the mountains, you've got the pine trees, the Gore Creek right behind you, yet you're just steps away from Bridge Street.
Absolutely. I mean, truly the epitome of privacy and proximity. I mean, being able to get into the village and no one even knows that you're living here. A private entrance on the outside of the building. You have entrances to the Gravity House and special ways to get in and out, all the beautiful amenities that this building has.
Well, Gravity House really all about your lifestyle and health and fitness and community. So you've got the wonderful gym and the spa down below. You've got a lot of storage for your bikes and a lot of your toys.
Yes.
And then the restaurants and Unrivaled Coffee, Slope Room, you have all that under one roof. Yet you could, you're just steps away from Sweet Basil and all the other places that you might want to go.
Nobody even has to see you. That's the nice thing.
know,
You can get in and out and very private. The decks are the key to this beautiful property, right on the river. That's rare to find in the first place.
And these windows really showcase the views. We can see Golden Peak just right out here.
Yeah.
And great places for gathering because you got a lot of bedrooms. So we're really gonna be able to have a lot of friends or a large family stay here.
Oh, heads in beds, as many as you can get. Kids, adults, you've got plenty of spaces for all. And then you get to share this beautiful living space, and that's what's key.
Yeah,
gathering.
And the master suite is amazing. I could just live in the bathroom of the master suite. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
With the huge closets.
It's like a spa on its own,
is,
isn't it? Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's really
all right,
neat.
but hey, let's check out the kitchen because we all know the party ends up in the kitchen.
You know it.
You've got all of the amenities here for a private chef to come in, hosting parties, everyone can gather around, and look at the cabinetry. This is really state of the art.
Absolutely, it's all custom cabinetry, backlit, so everything lights up when you open it. They lift. It's kind of fun. I like to show because these are really neat. I love the way they've done this.
Yeah.
So really utilizing all the space to its maximum, not minimizing anything and trying to get all the space for the people to enjoy.
Yeah, perfect. And your wine fridges and everything gets tucked away so it stays neat. But then, hey, when the party happens, you can bring it all
That's
out
right.
here.
The bar's just right over there. So yeah.
Okay, and then you mentioned the bedrooms and then just all the amenities of the property once again. They do have that full state-of-the-art gym and spa if you want to just wind down your day.
If you have to focus on the things here in Vail, Colorado, it's all about our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And Gravity House really embraces that. And to have a home within the Gravity House, your lifestyle is just elevated right there at that moment.
Okay.
So
this is basically turnkey. This has all been remodeled. It looks beautiful.
Fully furnished.
Can we find out more? Oh, fully furnished.
yeah, you get even the furniture. It's
Just
great.
bring your toothbrush and
That's
your
it.
skis.
And
we'll
you're
be
ready
good
to go. That's it.
How can we find out more?
Liv Sotheby, internationalrealty.com. You can find the property there. Obviously, you can search it up wherever you want. The Gravity House penthouse is actually at 352 East Meadow Drive, and that is the actual address. You can call me directly at 720-314-0023 or jmorgan@livsir.com.
Okay. Thank you so much for the tour today. This place is beautiful.
My pleasure.
Have I got a secret for you? Sales Spectacular from the Columbia Outlet. It's not just fleece anymore. 2 for $50, mind you, which is amazing. Sorel boots are at the Columbia Outlet, all from $50 to $89. Plus, with your savings card booklet, save an extra 10% off when you spend $75 or more. Castle Rock or Silverthorne, it's the place to be at the Columbia Outlet. See you there.
want to remind you, yes, you can watch us live on our YouTube and Facebook channels. And I want to give a shout out to Monica Kelly. She's checking in from Denver. She says, "Hi, Trisha. Welcome home. Hope you get to ski today." Well, Monica, I am actually working today. I probably won't get to ski till maybe this weekend, although I'll be busy with World Cup activities as well, trying to line up some interviews with Ted Ligety, Julie Mancuso. We've got them all coming here. So if you are coming up for the weekend and just planning to ski Vail, remember your Epic Pass works at both. You could always maybe go to the races in the morning and then pop on over to Vail in the afternoon, get the rest of your skiing, or just make a day of it and ski at Beaver Creek, watch the races, go back to skiing, or check out the watch party right there at the base. So much excitement going on with this World Cup weekend coming to Beaver Creek. But let's bring it back outside. Charice is standing by Gondola 1 at the base of Vail Village, right at the top of Bridge Street, and she has more. Hey, any first chair folks there today?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few people out here right now getting ready and lined up for first chair, which opens in about 30 minutes. So people are lining up right now, just kind of hanging out and getting ready for first chair.
Okay, yep, and you can get your
Yeah,
tickets right
see
there.
people.
There we are, Gondola One. Okay, perfect. And I know that Gondola One has a newly minted car. It's car number 62 in honor of Vail's, or 60, in honor of Vail's 60th anniversary. For the 50th anniversary, which is when they installed this lift 10 years ago, they have the golden car. So that's fun for people to get that. But have you seen the new 60th anniversary gondola car?
I haven't. I mean, I haven't been on it yet, but I have heard a little bit about it. We could probably cover that at some point, but I haven't personally been on it, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, perfect. Well, Charice, we heard a little bit about Heather. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to the Vail Valley.
Yeah, so I moved here about a year ago. I lived in other parts of Colorado, but I'm originally from Michigan, so used to the cold. So about a year ago, I moved specifically over to Vail. I've just kind of traveled around, and I actually work here in the village in real estate. So that'll be fun to cover some stuff about that here in the valley as well. I work right by Sitzman Lodge, but really just the outdoors, being able to ski, and having all of this in my backyard is just like amazing.
Oh
So,
yeah, definitely. It's nice to
yeah,
have your workplace next to basically an amusement park. Not
yeah,
too shabby.
exactly.
Okay, okay. All right, well, what else are you excited for this weekend and this winter?
Yeah, specifically this weekend, the Yeti games are back up and running, the hockey games. So I think the first game is going to be on Friday, so that'll be exciting. I don't know if you know, but it's under new ownership, which is pretty exciting. So that'll be fun to see how the games are this year. But this Friday, looking forward to the game. Have you been to them? Any of the
Yeah.
games?
Yes. You know what? It is fun. It's fun family entertainment. It's an affordable ticket. It's early enough in the night. The kids can come. They can get the Yeti gear and get the T-shirts and the hats and everything. But it's also fun action. Our very own Dom Panetta, who's joined our crew, he's one of the team members. He's been there a couple of years. And it's great. The amount of talent that we have out there on the rink, pretty amazing also. Jackson Hole will be coming down to play the Yeti this weekend.
Yeah, that's exciting. So I'll be going to that Friday and Saturday. It looks like they're the first two. Yeah.
Okay, were you a big hockey fan back in Michigan?
I mean, I watched it a little bit. I feel like I didn't really get into it until I moved to Colorado. So yeah, I would say I really got into it once I moved here.
Yeah. Well, what a good year to move here because the Colorado Avalanche took the Stanley Cup last season. So we'll see if they can repeat that this year. And I know that the Stanley Cup has made its way through Vail. I've seen pictures of people drinking out of that huge Stanley Cup. So it's graced the Vail Village with its presence. So that's super fun. But yeah, I hand it to those players. I mean, they take a beating out there. I'm just lucky to kind of get around the rink. Are you an ice skater at all? Do you ice skate much?
Not professionally, for fun. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but like, I just kind of do around the rink, nothing fancy. I'm not leaving the ground, doing any jumps or anything, but like watching these hockey players navigate the puck, run the plays. score. I mean,
Yeah.
all that. I'm just like, what? How do they do that on those little thin little blades? But it's pretty
Blades.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely years of practice and precision. I'm like, hands up to them, props to them for being able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're professionals in their own right for sure. How does it feel out there? Is the sun getting a little bit higher? Has it come across the mountain yet? Or are you still in the
You
shade?
could probably, yeah, kind of. It's still the same, but I feel like it's kind of breaking through. I can kind of start to see the sun a little bit. It's still a little chilly, but it is breaking through. So I'd say in the next 30 minutes to another hour, I think we'll be feeling pretty good out here.
Yeah, I think by the time this
Yeah.
lift opens at 9 a.m., and that's when Vail and Beaver Creek do open, the gondola line will be a bit warmer to stand in
Yeah.
because you'll have that sun radiating. Now, do you like Vail or Beaver Creek better for your skiing or riding?
Yeah, personally, for me, for riding, I live in Avon, so I live right at the base of Beaver Creek. So it's more convenient for me to be here, but I feel like they both have their benefits and perks. But personally, for proximity, I'd have to say Beaver Creek, being right there. And I have a private shuttle that takes me over there, so why not?
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah.
VIP treatment. You can get right to the slopes.
Yes.
That's perfect. Yeah,
Right to the
yeah.
slopes.
And
Yeah.
did you grow up riding in Michigan?
No, I didn't. So I actually learned all of this. I moved to Colorado almost 5 years ago, so I learned here living in Colorado, which was so funny learning as an adult. But luckily, we have ski school, so that was amazing. Getting a few lessons there, and then just having my friends take me up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No broken bones, no broken wrists or anything.
No, just my broken ego in the beginning. But yeah, I made it out with all my bones, so that was really nice.
Okay, perfect. Also, well, I can see
Yeah.
the people starting to gather. Looks like there's a cute dog behind you too. So, you
Yeah.
know what? You're gonna have to grab yourself a little hot drink after this. Maybe
I
go
know,
to-
it's so cold out here.
Do you have a coffee? Where do you usually grab your hot drinks? Coffee included.
Yeah, so either Gorsuch, or I was just standing out by the fire over there. Gorsuch is always nice, the cafe, or Big Bear Bistro is always great. Like to go in there. It's a nice little spot.
Okay. Ever make it to Yeti's Grind over at Solaris?
And Yeti's Ground, yeah, and I have. So I'm actually not a coffee person, but I love their smoothies over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Hey, that could be a breakfast. Smoothies,
Yeah,
it's like a
seriously.
meal right in a glass.
Mhm.
All right. Well, speaking of Yetis, let's take it on over to Yetis and let you know a little bit more about this great coffee shop, not only in Solaris in Vail Village, but they also have a location in Eagle, and they just opened their new location in Edwards just about a year ago. So here's more about this great coffee shop.
So I'm Larry Leith. I'm the other half of Marcy Leith. We're the owners of Yeti's Grind. I came as an athlete back in the 80s after college, and then was here for a long time, and then left and started some businesses, and then we eventually started a company in Denver called Tokyo Joe's restaurant chain. Yeah, you know, we did have the restaurants, and I kind of was learning coffee along the way. Like there's parts about it, you know, there's these books called The Third Place, which we really understood with the restaurants and, you know, how we are, you know, we're either at work or we're home or with these other places. But the coffee shops were very much this place, and we sort of fell in love with it as it went. A lot of it was with Marcy, for Marcy. I sort of fell in love with coffee. She was way ahead of me on it.
I feel like it sort of found us.
Yeah, the story behind Yeti's is it goes back a ways with Tara and Nate. We, you know, took it up and sort of been running with it and remodeled the original store, the second one in Solaris, and then just recently built this one here in Edwards, which is super exciting. We really kind of wanted to blend that indoor-outdoor, which is kind of like who we are as a creature here in Vail Valley. You're living in this valley, you have a love for the outdoors, so we wanted to blend that as much with the shop, and it's fun to have a blank palette like we did with this space.
We're so excited to be in Edwards. Edwards is a really awesome community. There's never a time you walk in and don't know someone, I think we live in such an amazing place. It calls to a pretty eclectic group of people. For us, it's really about just rippling that love through community and beyond, there's a reason we pour hearts on the coffee, right? Especially coffee being that kind of first place you come in the morning often. So to be able to start people's day in a way that's positive and hopefully has them feeling good, and even the taste of that first cup of coffee, it's just like, it's just good.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
I want to thank Grand Hyatt Vail for sponsoring our weather today. And hey, if you want to watch the World Cup soccer, not World Cup ski racing, they're going to have the games on in their lounge, and maybe grab a drink, enjoy some of the action going on across the world in the World Cup soccer world. But for today, we're seeing that sun get a little bit high in the sky, temperatures rising just a bit as well. In fact, by about 10 a.m., we'll be into the 20s, and by noon into the upper 20s. Later on today, we'll peak into the 30s, upper 30s at that, and almost 40 degrees. And then tonight, we'll drop down again into the teens and the single digits, just depending on where you're at. It will be clear overnight, so clear skies typically mean colder temperatures. And then sunshine again tomorrow into the 40s, so that should be good. And then we see a little bit of snow coming into the forecast. This is not good news for the Talons crew. There's a whole article about them in the Vail Daily today and how they really buff out this course. And the racers really want a smooth surface. They want a hard surface. So all that 9 inches of snow that fell, they're shoveling it off today. Here's a look at the snow report from the last 24 hours. New snow, 1 inch new at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours, and then 2 inches new at Vail in the last 24 hours. And that's in addition to that 9 inches that both resorts received in the last 48 hours. Out of this next storm, we could maybe see some accumulations, 3 to 5, 3 to 6 inches, just depending on where you're at. Looks like Vail, they're counting for 4, and Beaver Creek, they're counting for 5. Saturday, a nice day on tap, and then Sunday, another chance of those snow showers coming on through. So keep it tuned here to Vail Valley Live to find out anything about race updates. Yesterday, they did cancel the men's downhill training, but they're able to make that up today and even tomorrow if they feel like they need it. They need just one training run before the actual downhill, and we're hosting 2 downhills. We've got those on Friday and Saturday, and then a Super G on Sunday. So all the fastest men's teams from around the world are in Beaver Creek right now. And so we're excited to have that. In addition to watching up at the race venue, and you can watch that for free. You can park at the lots below, go up to Beaver Creek, and then head on up to the race arena. They're going to have drinks up there. They got Bloody Marys up there to help people get up there early and avoid the lines. And they're going to have some live music up there. It is just a super fun atmosphere. If you've never been, this is definitely the place to be this weekend. And then in addition to all the stuff happening at the race venue, the Village is going to be pumping as well with autograph signings with Shaun White, Julie Mancuso, Ted Ligety. We'll also have the Stiefel U.S. Alpine team out there so your kids can get their posters signed, or adults. We know you're fans too. So River Radamus, Bryce Bennett, Stephen Nyman, they're all going to be there doing autograph signings for you as well. A lot of live music happening throughout the day. and into the early parts of the evening. And they're also doing some live watch parties. So that's kind of new this year. They were doing this during the Alpine World Ski Championships in 2015, but they're bringing this back out, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So it'll be a great time to get out there. The watch parties on Friday, it's going to be at 10:15 a.m., and then on Saturday at 10 a.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. So if you can't quite get up there, I would allow about an hour of time from when you park the car at the lots to get on the bus, to get to the village, to get on the next bus, to walk up the stairs. And you definitely want good snow boots for this, something sturdy, because you are going to be walking through snow, walking up probably like 150 stairs. It's a lot of stairs that get you to the bleachers, but it is worth it once you get there. All right, well, let's take it out to Heather. She's standing by, and we want to say goodbye. It's about 8:36. We've got a little over today. All right, Heather, where have you roamed off to? Oh, you're no dummy. You're inside.
No. Yeah. we were a little bit chilly, so we were headed in to the Gorsuch Cafe, and lots of little treats in here and some heat, so we're nice and warm at least.
Treats and heat. You can't beat that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I know. I love getting like a little small, maybe a chai tea in there. Also, I love looking at all the holiday shopping. And have you seen the ski jackets in the back?
Ooh, I haven't gone there yet. We'll have to check those out after this.
Yeah, you're gonna want a new ski jacket or snowboard jacket after going in there. They've got some hot fashions and everything. But all right. Well, what do you think? Like, what was it like being out there this morning? What was the energy like?
It was good energy. It's a little bit quiet, but it's starting to pick up in the village now. And, it's definitely cold, but if you bundle up, I think it's totally doable. And if we were moving around a lot more and if you're on the slopes, I think it'd be a really good day.
Yeah, you know what? I think today, even with the sunshine, it is definitely a goggle day because sunglasses just don't keep your face warm enough.
No.
And not on a day like today. Wear the dark lens. And then I would definitely choose the balaclava because I think that just underneath your helmet, it really helps trap in the heat. And you could almost have no exposed skin if you kind of time it right. Maybe your nose. Maybe you'll get a little Rudolph nose from the cold. Don't forget the sunscreen as well. But any other last bits of advice if people are going to go out there on this last day in November?
I know, crazy. I think just bundle up, maybe some extra hand warmers just in case to keep you nice and warm and, get out and enjoy the day. It's at least going to be a nice blue skies over top. So I think it's always a great time to be on the slopes because you're going to be able to see really well and enjoy at least a little bit of what's left over of the snow.
Yeah, the visibility has dramatically improved from yesterday's wind and clouds and everything that came through. And then I know you mentioned a little après-ski yoga to
That's right.
Yeah, yes, get ready for the next day.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, Heather, thanks so much. Thanks to Charice, who was standing by over at Gondola 1 when we last saw her. But thank you for watching as well. We are going to be back tomorrow bright and early at 7:30. If you didn't catch the whole show, of course, you can catch us on YouTube and Facebook. Just type in Vail Valley Live, and we will pop up. And we'd love to have you part of our community. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.